사장, 정말 물어보고 싶은 게 있는데 말이오.
그 새끼들 찾으면 어쩔 생각이야?
죽여야죠, 죽여야죠.
세상에는 말이야, 좋은 유괴가 있고 나쁜 유괴가 있어. 좋은 유괴는 부모의 협조가 필수적이지. 경찰에 신고를 하니까 아이가 죽는 일이 생기는 거야.
나름대로 착하게 살았다고 생각합니다. 근데 왜, 도대체 왜 날...
Chop-Socky Cinema. I'm Josh.
Roger. William.
And, well, we're bringing you another heaping spoonful of Park Chan-wook's Vengeance Trilogy, whether you want us to or not. I apologize, by the way.
I really apologize, because this shit was my suggestion. No apologies.
Hey, we could have gone, I don't know, William, we could have gone, it came from Netflix, and watched, Sammo Hung movies, and that really cool Korean movie about zombies on a train, which we're totally watching eventually.
Train to Busan.
Anyways, so, all right, this is actually, and I want to go ahead and correct a gaffe I made in last week's Old Boy thing, saying that it was the first in the Vengeance Trilogy. I was wrong. This movie is Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
Yep.
And actually, you can tell by watching it, it looks suitably less flashy than Old Boy was.
You can see that. I've never seen box art for this movie.
Yeah. And Titan, of course, the Temple Dog.
Yep. I mean, it's actually pretty good box design. Mad props to Tartan Video. I don't even know if you guys are still in business, but kudos.
Yeah, way to go.
Awesome stuff.
Yes, sir. Anyways, and as usual, here is a brief synopsis for your viewing pleasure. One moment.
Just read the back of the box.
Oh, I usually am.
No, just read the back of the box.
Unable to afford proper care for his dying sister of kidney failure, Ryu turns to the black market to sell his own organs, only to end up cheated of his life savings. His girlfriend urges Ryu to kidnap the daughter of wealthy industrialist Don Jin, who recently laid him off. Ryu agrees, but unforeseen tragedies turn an innocent con into a merciless quest for revenge. Bound by their personal losses and deep-seated anger, the two men are thrust into a spiral of destruction, and boy howdy, they ain't lying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It all starts because of, apparently, an accident.
Yep.
The downward spiral part, not the whole other part of the story.
And this one here is just not to the same degree that Old Boy was, but yes, another one of Park Chan-wook's Vengeance movies. It's fairly unpleasant.
Oh yeah.
Especially when, I know you like the whole thing was like, we made the comment like it escalates quickly in like several of the other movies. This one, you were right, it really doesn't escalate quickly except for one scene.
This is a very slow burn kind of movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it drags.
It does.
At the beginning.
I think they purposely, I think they did that on purpose.
I think they were really trying to do it to emphasize with a main character whom is mute and deaf at the same time.
Yep.
And then
there's a lot of really pregnant silence in this movie.
And then it seemed like they wanted to change the focus of empathy with him until the, oh man, I just forgot his name. The other main character is the one that Mr. Park, or President Park, because he's the owner of that company. Mm-hmm. And they want you to sympathize with him because through no fault of his own, this is like he loses his daughter due to this going on.
Mm-hmm. Due to stupidity, mainly.
Yes, basically.
Because this couple, boy howdy, are they not good at this.
Oh yeah, very not good at this.
And actually, the way the girlfriend, I mean, she actually, when she's pitching this idea of kidnapping this president's daughter to Ryu, it's a very rose-colored glasses kind of view of kidnapping.
He says no a bunch of times.
He's like, no, this is a terrible no. She's like, no, because
it'll work. It'll be great.
Because we're gonna kidnap her, but she's gonna not want to go home because she's gonna love us and be all Stockholmy. In fact, she won't have to go to school. To which Ryu immediately tells her, "But it's summer. She's not in school anyway." To which she says, "Shut up."
I'm trying to make a point.
Pretty much. And of course she's like, "And it's wonderful, and we'll let her eat ice cream all the time, and she'll think your sister's amazing, and then someday we'll laugh about it because nobody's gonna get hurt because that's right. As long as they pay, the person that's kidnapped doesn't get hurt."
Maybe.
Well, I mean, that.
I guess so. You know, in the fantasy, sure.
I mean, there's statistics on that show even if you do pay, they either end up hurt or dead.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, and also there are just numerous things showing that Ryu is. I mean, he's not a smart guy.
Nope.
I mean, from the beginning of it, he's a day laborer at a.
I like it.
I don't even
factory.
know what kind of factory that was.
I think it made like nuts and bolts or something like that.
It made like engineering parts, like machine parts.
Okay, it made machine parts. Okay.
And
fire, good.
And of course, he got let go, and he's also trying to get money for a kidney operation for his sister.
His sister's dying of kidney failure, and he thought at first that he could donate his kidney, but apparently it turns out they're the wrong blood type.
Well, that's another thing where, again, from the doctor, where he's just like, "You're not the same blood type.
Yep.
What? You do not know your blood type?" And then he's like, then he realizes that this guy's last time he had his blood type checked was when he was in like elementary school.
Yep.
Where lots of people treat Ryu like he's an idiot because he's disabled. But there's a great part where Park gets information about Ryu from this retarded homeless guy that was a witness. And I mean, he gets all the information. He goes to the cop and he's just like, he's mentally disabled. He's not stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the guy that was there when Yusung dies.
Yeah.
That was just sad. I'm sorry.
It was sad because I mean, again, this is just like we said in Old Boy with
collateral damage.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
Well, no, like with Daisu's daughter, where I mean, it's just like where this girl did nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing whatsoever, but still gets involved in somehow, and
she gets put into the predicament by the main characters, and
then
it leads to her problems.
And then I mean, and the one thing is that the one she empathizes with is of course Ryu's sister. Where eventually, where she made kind of like, "Oh, I never had a mom to braid my hair," so of course Ryu's sister starts braiding her hair.
Yeah. And
then of course he traumatizes, like Ryu seriously traumatizes this girl.
So I guess favorite parts of this movie?
Well, I'll start. I guess Park's Park's whole like process of finding these people, and then like basically just working out his rage and vengeance. He's a smart dude.
Yeah, he did very taken. They
establish early on that he is even though like the girlfriend's trying to cast him as the government as like the corporate fat cat that never earned anything, but then he's like, no, out of high school I started as an electrician, and I worked my way up.
Yep.
And like I mean, he was an electrical engineer. He was an electrical engineer, but I mean, he's like, I worked my way up to be president, and then the economy went under,
and then his wife left him, but apparently he was able to get right back where he started. So,
and I mean, just the fact, I mean, like he pretty ingenious but grisly interrogation methods that he uses.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I like the interrogation scene as unpleasant as it was, I think was one of my favorite parts. Just because it kind of makes you like feel like even worse for him, and you kind of understand why he's doing the horrible shit he's doing. But
like
still,
even though it's pretty heavy-handed that vengeance is a sucker's game.
Yes,
for everyone involved. Like it just brings everyone involved down.
Oh yeah, there's
to
always
the worst part of themselves.
Mhm.
All right, Roger, what was your favorite part?
I don't know. I think just interesting laying it all out and watching him go to like the first like organ place, stuff like that, because he finds like a little sign on the bathroom walls, like need organs, call this number, and he's like, oh, that sounds legit, and it's like it's just obviously so not legit.
Yeah, because totally every number that's like on the inside of a bathroom stall is always super legit.
Oh yeah. Walk up to like a being built building, and then like you walk to like the top floor, and there's like coolers on one side, and there's like a medical table on the other side.
I think it was
Like,
I think it was more or less an abandoned building.
Yeah. It looked like it was on another construction to me, but I don't know.
The second one might have been under construction, but that first one was definitely an abandoned building.
Yeah, the second one was like a basement somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, stuff we didn't like about this movie.
The drag.
Yeah, the drag.
I mean, granted, I'm guessing he was using it as part of story development as a key point, but it seemed like a lot of it drugged so much, and I understand it's to help, like, I guess sympathize with them, with the characters in some way before you dump all this horrible shit in your lap before it like goes downhill. But it seems like, because the movie was 2 hours, just a little over 2 hours, and it seemed like maybe 10 to 15 minutes of that could have been cut out,
at least,
or sped up,
if not more.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I didn't like about it, I mean, this is one of those things I could definitely tell this was when Wook was still like kind of developing his style as a director. I mean, where he tried something really bold, where he leaves out a lot of information
That you just kind of have to come to while you're
that
watching.
you got to put it together. Like, you don't see, there are certain events that happen that you don't see them.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of realize, you have to kind of make, like, just logically kind of figure out, like, fill the gaps in between certain events in the movie.
Yeah.
The whole detective aspect of it.
Yeah.
One thing I liked that I forgot to mention was like some of the way he's framed his shots in this movie was pretty interesting. Like he cut the room in half and have like him on one side and his sister on one side, and like some kind of like, you know, cut in the middle, like have like a container in the middle, and have like one side of each thing, and then he'd like do tracking shots and stuff like that, where just go up like to a brick wall, have him like walking up the stairs. I like the way he framed it, the way they were going up the flights in the one building. So I enjoyed that. Thing I didn't like, it felt like he didn't, like Mr. Park didn't have a plan near the end. Like he wasn't quite sure what he was going to do. And that kind of like that kind of confused me like for a while.
Considering that up until that point, I mean, he
pretty much had everything locked down.
Well, I kind of see it where at that point, I mean, he really didn't
know what he was going to do,
or he didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he basically, I've got the guy that's responsible for my daughter's death.
You're far enough down the rabbit hole, you might as well just
I mean, where I think he's just like, I mean, he really didn't. I think he really didn't care about what happened to him after that point.
Really
that was the one thing that he had to live for, was to find the people that did this and make them pay.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that in the last movie too. Like once they actually get their payback, it's just what do I?
Well, I mean, in Old Boy, like the main bad guy. I mean, he kills himself immediately because like, well, what do I have to live for now?
Yeah.
He's like, well, it's all done. What do I have to live for now? And then boom.
One of the messages from these movies is once you get what you want, there's no reward there. It's just emptiness.
Like that's why I'm kind of interested to see when we watch Lady Vengeance next week, to see if that still holds true to this one as well, or if it's different. I don't know. It might be, might not be, because so far, I mean, another common theme to these two movies is that generally an uneven, like, definitely different people trying to get revenge, but it seems that certain people, like half the people in the movie are way better at it than the other half of people in the movie.
It's that thing they say about, that cliche they say about, like, seeking revenge. Go seeking revenge, but, like, take 2 coffins, one for you, and
dig 2 graves. Yeah.
Would you recommend this movie to somebody, to anybody? Like,
I would say that I would recommend it as part of this trilogy.
Yes. If you want to see all 3.
If you want to study Park Chan-wook's, like, you know, operation.
Because the thing is, I mean, that one thing. I mean, I'm the only one that's seen all 3 of these movies, and basically that No, it is, when you watch all three, he very much has a theme or concept that he's trying to express in all three, and he does it, like, really well. I'd give it about a 2.5 paper cranes, because while it's really slow, I mean, I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but to me, it just seemed, to me, it was not as well done a movie as Old Boy was.
I give it like 3.5 paper cranes probably, because I just like some of the way he shot it. I like some of the decisions he made with characters in the movie and stuff like that. There's strange little moments that you will probably remember about this movie, for good or for bad. You will remember them.
Yeah, there's a lot of little moments that I remember from watching it from the first time that suddenly it started coming back to me. But I'll give this 3 because it is actually a very memorable movie, and I do actually like it. Like I said, it's just some of the dragginess and slow parts of the story didn't really seem like they didn't need to be there, but I understand why he put them in there. Kind of, was this his first film? Or his first film in this series?
This is the first one in this series. I don't think it was his first film.
Okay.
But
it might have been, him trying to doing something different.
It was actually about his 5th movie.
Oh, wow.
What was his first movie?
His first movie was a movie called The Moon is the Sun's Dream.
We should find that.
I didn't realize. This is one we might do in the future. I didn't realize he did a movie called JSA, Joint Security Area, where basically there is a murder mystery that is set in the DMZ zone between North America and South America. So North and South Korean military police have to try to solve a murder together.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah.
That's interesting.
All right. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, folks. This is now what we watched the first part of this trilogy as the second movie. But anyways, next week we will complete this trilogy with Lady Vengeance.
Oh yes.
And then after that, we will end out this particular theme month with our East Meets West feature, where we're going to watch Spike Lee's American remake of Old Boy with Josh Brolin as the Odesu character. I forget what they call him.
Older boy.
Yeah, older boy.
Hank.
Hank Desu.
Hank Desu.
Oh, you're both wrong. It's Gary.
It's Gary Desu.
Gary Hank Desu.
Anyways, guys, thanks for checking us out. Come back next week. I'm Josh.
Roger.
Well.
And we'll see you with the Chop-Socky.